Hello Aries, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Leslie Ormsby. Thank you so much for watching the content that I create. So this is, I'm going back around, I just noticed that I was going to say something else and repeat that whole cycle. So there seems like there's all this energy around at the moment. And I've just then that maybe throwing you out off balance. So anyway, I'm starting with the tarot cards coming out first. So I'm just going to shuffle these and talk at the same time. So there could be something about you not so much slowing down, but something's moving in your world, and it may be from some decisions that you've made, and I feel like something's in a way come around, and it's oh, I actually didn't expect that to happen this quick, but it is, and it's time to settle down and not and come back to earth and ground yourself. So okay. So I'll just go back to my spiel. So in the beginning there, okay. So it's and it may be that for you, you might have to take a step back for a little bit to observe what's going on, and to just and just to so you not letting yourself get overwhelmed about something, Aries. So anyway, so if you do want to book a reading with me, I am available for bookings for healings and or readings. My details are in the description box below. And if you haven't just subscribed, I invite you to subscribe to my channel right now, or at the end of the video. So the other thing is, if these readings, resonate with you, wonderful. If they're not quite resonating with you, check out what your other signs are saying for you. That might give you a bit better idea about with what's going on. So these have been shuffled before. I just feel like I want to shuffle them again, and just a little quick one sometimes, because that's where the card is, where I've been drawn to. So what they're talking about there is why I'm giving you that spiel is it's talking about sometimes we just got to go with the flow, and it's not always the normal way of doing things, or your normal way, or or the normal way, whatever it is, but it's you do you and they do them. Okay, so but it's about taking care of yourself at the same time, in the way that you need to take care of you. Okay, everyone is different. I mean, there's some given, things to do and that sort of thing, but we all know how we rock and how we roll most of the time, you know what I mean? And sometimes it is nice to have some input or advice or suggestions from others as well. So what I'm hearing is don't close the door, okay, with some ideas or suggestions that have come to you, and opening up your world, okay, because it's I feel like some of you have been closed off, a little bit over the last 2 or 3 months or weeks as well, but something's heightened as something is getting closer to kind of like a final, but the change, it's the next step of a change for you. So there's a build up to it. So anyway, I'm using the Moonology deck at the moment, at the first row here, that's coming through, and one because we've just, there's a moon, we're in a new moon, a full moon energy. So the full moon was here yesterday, and so on the 8th of March. So the first card out is for you, is your hard work is paying off. So it's a new moon in Capricorn here, so there's something new, and I feel like it is paying off this week for you, Aries, but it's there's still something about digging your toes in with something. So but it's but I'm hearing that the work that you're doing on yourself, there's some of you might need to tweak it a bit. So there might be an increase of a speed up for you, whether you like it or not. So but something will drop in, and where it's I get that feeling something will drop in, and it's that'll, and the penny will drop in, that's the word, the phrase, where it's you start to see things from a slightly different picture, okay, or view. And so, and the next card is nothing will come of this situation. So this is the next card here in the action. So there's something about you taking action, that you may want to take action, but with that card coming up there, so there is something resisting, taking action with something, or not, or you may be not listening to yourself. It's maybe I just need to leave it, basically. So nothing will come of this situation. So sometimes we just need to sit back and or step back and observe and allow people to do their thing the way they do their thing, or do their thing. Okay, so a fiery climax approaches. So I feel like there is something that is, obviously with that, it's a full moon in Aries card, so something is definitely coming to a close. The energy is building towards whatever it is that is happening for you, but it means it's a good, because something is clearing the way and it's opening up something for you, for you now to go on your path with something that maybe you've either put behind, or it's just something new with this change that's coming up. So it's not, what I'm hearing is like, just going with the flow of it and not trying not to overthink it, okay, or go in that space. So now the next card is full moon in Leo. So don't let your pride get in your way. So there's a new moon in the beginning of the mind. In the mind there is something new that's happening, and it will pay off. But it's just like, in the meantime, in the interim of like that process of getting there, this full moon card in Leo is don't let your pride get in the way. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty much sums it all up with where this reading is going. Now, the vision board here underneath here is Archangel Raphael is wanting to putting in his few 50 cents there, a few cents worth of encouragement there, or vision I'm hearing. So vision is like seeing as well as like the vision board. So put out for what you do want rather than what you don't want. So that's like, let's have a plan. What is it that where you're wanting to go? What do you want to do, be, give, and have? So it may be that you have kind of thought of it, but it might just need adjusting, or you haven't gone there and you're sitting with it all in your head, but get it down so it's not running around and circulating repetitively, and then adding something else and then repetitively doing that again. So declutter the mind. So honor yourself and your true feelings with the second card here. And yes, it is, but it's also minding your P's and Q's. Okay, so nothing will come of this of that situation if you're not being honorable to yourself in the way that you would want to be honorable to someone to be honorable to yourself as well. So, and being honorable to others and their true feelings. So there's a reciprocal thing there by honoring yourself and your true feelings, but being mindful that the other person does too, and they're going on this journey, and you are too. So the next card here is like under the fiery climax one on the spiritual side, in sense there. It's like going into nature to help shift your energy. The forest, water, lake, river, sea, or garden, or anything where for you nature is abundant, to help to, as you go through this this climactic side of things, where if things come to a head, basically. So don't let your pride get in the way. Heal your past. It's all about the past. So living in the now rather than the past, instead of dragging that stuff back up again, or continuously dragging it along. It's not going to help you. Let's live, laugh, and live, love, and laugh is what the energy of the messages that's coming through at the moment. So the Ace of Wands is like you have an opportunity here to begin something anew. So, and it's everything is there. It's like a gift there that's coming. So I'm just hearing like run with that gift in that, because it's like you've been given like a free card in a way, or a free parking card, like in a Monopoly. Is it free parking? Yeah, that's the one. So, and so like run with it or walk with it, whatever it is, but go with it. Eight of Pentacles here, new career, there's something in the making there, like this is coming. And I feel like it's like this is coming whether you like it or not. The word prudence comes through there. So I'm hearing, there's a little bit around that word, but I'm more, as we go through that. But there's definitely, for some of you, I feel like the move that's coming is definitely around a new career, but something is moving, but you've made an effort worked hard to get to where you are and where you're going. So it's like now there is something about moving. What I like about this is interesting, because it's almost like the Jack and the Beanstalk is how I see that. There's something like going off on a new adventure. Don't know where it is, but it's like you're going somewhere, or don't know what it is about or what's going to truly happen, but we never do do we when we go into a new venture? We know there's this and that. That's a possibility, but there are other things that are coming too that we don't know about, which is the journey, isn't it? And learning and growing from that. So the King of Pentacles is here, going into nature, like really grounding. So this one here, once again, is grounding, taking what you do know, where you're going, what you've learned. The King of Pentacles here is just saying like there is an end of a cycle, but there's the beginning to a new one. So with this one here, but I'm hearing like grounding, getting back to nature with him, but there's something about family as well. So it's like just know and, you know, see that what your family is, for what is there is there is a that foundation that you've built, whatever it is what it needs to be for you or for that. But there's something about gaining a more stability, and whether it be financial or where are they going with that? Whether it be financial or with family, there's something shifting in there, but something is cracked open, but there's something about more coming together and grounded, or something comes to an end where there is going to be new foundations to be built on. But whatever is there is like what I'm hearing for those of you who understand this, it's like, you know, the foundation is only as solid as you believe it to be. Yeah, basically. And success in that, in finance, family, is only what you believe it to be or make it to be or create it to be, okay? But there's been, what I'm getting from this is like there's been a bit of there's a bit of a clean out basically, but it's like in the climax, it's like everything comes together. So, and that could be what the climax is, the build up to everybody coming together and that excitement basically. For others of you, might be the opposite way around, where it's like the build up of something explodes something out, and that, but it allows something to come out to begin in you. Does that make sense? So some of you will get that and others won't. So, but what it is here, like the going is, don't let your pride get in the way, healing your past. And the Queen of Pentacles is here, which is really interesting, that, you know, there's success in that. So whether, you know, the success is like in the sense that you've worked hard for what you've created in your life, or what you've worked for in your life, it's now time to enjoy it. And much like the King, it's now time to enjoy that, as the fruits of your labor for what you've worked hard towards, you know, building for you in your life as well. Okay, wow. And stay in the ground, you know, be in that space, grounded. And that's where they're talking about there. Wow, that's really cool. So there's a lot of things that are up in the air, or a few things that are up in the air, but it could, but you know, everything could blow up, but I don't feel like it's everything, but for you it might be that, but things are coming up, but it's also there to heal at the same time. So wonderful new journey here. Take that energy and build it, you know, that idea, or the momentum, gather that momentum in that sense, and then keep moving to where it is that you need to be, because there's these cards here and they're just moving towards everything, progressing towards success in some way of you being content and happy in where you've ended up and grounded, basically. Awesome. Phew. That was like really hard out. Good energy though on saying that. There was momentum, and that's cool. Anyway, so that could be what's going on around your energy, like right now physically, as in moving, and it could be you're maybe in amongst it at the moment, whatever it is for you. Okay, excuse me, my nose is a bit itchy now, so there's something happening anyway. Something might be either irritating you, or you might be getting a little interesting. There's something like you're getting some messages there that may be like, okay, I'll just just keep it at the back of my head there, Violet. Okay, cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. And we'll see you next week.